I've been watching your streams for a while, on and off due to being busy with life, but I've always seen you as a little sister figure. A little sister? With all the cussing, sass, and the moments of wholesomeness. You're a good person and you're much appreciated, so thanks. Aww. I've always wanted siblings. I mean, I have Chibisuke, but like Chibisuke is so young, you know? It's kind of hard to really think of him as like a peer sibling, you know? Usually your siblings are around like close to you in age, like that sort of feeling. Chibisuke is almost like, I'm not gonna lie, he feels kind of more like if I was an auntie. Like he is technically my brother, obviously, but like he's so young. I wish he was born sooner. I wish he was born when I was like even if I was like 15, it would have been a better age gap, you know? How is he? Oh, right. So he finally said his first words, and his first words in Japanese are itai, which means ouch. Because, so he's been getting sick at the daycare because he's weak genetically, maybe. So, like, he's got this, like, weird stomach flu, so he keeps, like, diarrheaing. And so he's diarrheaed so much that, like, they have to, like, change his diaper pretty often, right? So he's getting, like, this weird diaper rash. Every time they change his diaper, they have to, like, clean his bum, right? So they have to take him into the shower and clean it off there because, like, if they wipe too much, it really hurts for him. But even, like, cleaning it off in the bath like really hurts him because you know it's a rash. So every time they clean him, he just screams like he just started screaming like itai, itai, itai. Yeah. They put like the ointments and stuff, but it'll still like hurt for a couple days, you know. Yeah, it's just because he's like just having a lot of bad stomach problems. So like instead of saying mama or papa or, you know, like or one-chan or anything else in the world, his first ever words and entering into this world is ouch. Which honestly, I'm like, oh my god, you really are my baby brother. That's so funny. I think that was so funny though. My dad was telling me, he's like, yeah, by the way, Chibisuke said his first words. And I was like, oh my god, who did he say first? And he's like, oh yeah, he said he died. And I was like, what are you guys doing? What? I think he's a lot better now. This was like a couple weeks back. Yeah, he's doing a lot better. But I don't know, like he just keeps getting sick. Which I guess is kind of normal for little kids. But yeah, at least he's not getting like the 39 and above fevers anymore. But yeah, he's getting sick quite like often, unfortunately. But to be fair, I do remember when I was very young, I was like super sick all the time. Like I often went to the hospital. So I do think like once he powers through in a couple of years, he'll be pretty healthy. I think, you know, just based off of my own experience. I remember going to the hospital like pretty much every other week. Just cause like, I don't know, I had so much problems with my esophagus. Like sometimes I would eat something and immediately I would throw up. I don't really know what it was because I was too young. But I would always throw up for some reason. Like, not as just a baby, but like, I'd be like 5, 6, 7 years old and I sometimes eat stuff and I just like throw it back up. It's weird. I remember like being like, I don't feel well, I don't want to eat. And my mom's like, no, you have to eat. But she didn't know, right? She didn't know that I was actually feeling like shit. So she stuffed the food in my mouth. And I immediately just like threw it all up. And then my dad realized like, oh yeah, there's something wrong with her esophagus. I remember like the doctor vaguely, he was like, okay, for 2 weeks you can only drink water and apple juice. No solid foods. You can drink congee and stuff. I couldn't eat like for 2 weeks, like eat proper solid foods. And I remember like going home and I was so hungry, right? Because I didn't eat anything. So my dad's like, okay, have some apple juice. And so like I chugged the apple juice down like way too fast. And I threw it back up again. I'm just like, my dad's like, don't drink it so fast. Like there was definitely some weird esophagus problem or whatever. And then eventually it was like fine again. Yeah, but I do remember feeling really bad. Like I felt like I was gonna die. Like I remember being in the back of my dad's car, just like in a fetal position, cause I don't know, my body felt really bad. Like especially my stomach, my esophagus, like that area. I just felt like I could not stop throwing up. There was this one night that I threw up like 12 times in intervals of like 30 to 40 minutes. It was like killing my esophagus. I'm not gonna lie, that was terrible. So like my dad in the middle of the night had to like call the hospital. Oh my god, that was like the worst feeling ever. I was throwing up in my sleep. I remember my mom waking me up and being like, hey, wake up. And I was like, what happened? And she's like, you threw up. And I was like, what? I was so tired of throwing up that I would like unconsciously throw up. Good thing I sleep on my side. And good thing my mom noticed because she woke me up. Yeah, my dad was crying. I remember him crying about it. He was like, I don't know why my mom and my dad's English at the time weren't super duper good. It's still not that good, honestly. Like, I remember very vaguely, he was on the phone at like 4 a.m. and he didn't really know how to convey things. You know, I think maybe that was one of the first times he called 911. And he was like, my daughter can't stop throwing up. And they're like, oh, probably just a stomach flu. And he's like, no, been throwing up like non-stop. And they're like, oh, okay, we're gonna send an ambulance over. I guess that's what I'm inferring. I can only hear what he said. But yeah, I remember my dad, like, with his broken English, he was like, she can't stop going. She can't stop. You know, he didn't know how to say, like, vomit. I do remember waking up and seeing certain things, and then I would go back to sleep, like, in the hospital. It was terrible. Yeah.